family. If you're in or near Columbia, South Carolina, you've got to visit the House of Hathor, located at 6319 North Main Street. Open Tuesday through Saturday, it's your one-stop shop for African clothing, African masks, natural soaps, incense, candles, jewelry, and more. Plus, they've got a beautiful event space. Owned and operated by Baba Rutaski and Mama Neterma Canute. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the culture. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the movement. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the people.
Greetings, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to the House of Hathor's Libation, Liberation Lifestyle Ceremony, where we come to you with a message from the ancestors that continues to vibrate within us, that it continues to enhance our increase and enrich us, that we may continue to be the true vessels, altars, and temples of their great energy, spirit, and soul. We come to you with a message that delivers upon us our values, our interests, and our principles, so that we can have a true foundation of culture, spiritual culture, that it continues to invest in us, that the interest through that investment that the ancestors bring to us, it continues to bring forth the strength, the power, and the energy of our interdependentness, our interconnections, our interrelationships, and our interactions that we share with life and nature. So let us bring the ancestors forward as they continue to work with us, for us, and through us, as we are the temples, we are the institution, we are the industry, and we are the vessels, the altar of their great energy, spirit, and soul. We call upon our ancestors far and near, fathers and mothers of our fathers, mothers and fathers of our mothers, to bear witness to all that we have done. And it is by your example that you continue to inspire us towards reclaiming our ancestral minds, regenerating our ancestral spirit, liberating our families, our homes, and our communities, and restoring our greatness as a people. We pour libation to bring into our midst your venerable ancestral spirit, radiating your great wisdom, your courage, your dedication, and your unyielding commitment to victory by any means necessary. It is in the honor of our Creator, the great ancestor of all ancestors, our mothers and fathers, our sisters and our brothers, our children and their children, our grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, our aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, and elders of the community, all those who have transitioned, that we call upon you this day as we continue to manifest, generate, reflect, and project upon that which is innate within us. For the energy, the spirit, and the soul of all that exists within us as well as without us, we pour libation. Ashe. For our esteemed ancestors, who laid the foundation for human civilization, and who provides the wisdom to which we live and the models by which our lives are guided, we pour libation. Ashe. And for our esteemed ancestors, who suffered the atrocities and the horrors of our Ma'afa, but yet demonstrated the victorious power of the ancestral spirit by maintaining their dignity no matter the cost, we pour libation. Ashe. And for our esteemed ancestors who survived and made it possible for us to be here today, that we continue the fight of our ancestral liberation and our vindication, we pour libation. Ashe. And finally, for our children and their children and future generations of our ancestors to come, that they too in their time will vindicate our race from all adversaries, and that they will continue to imprint upon the world the great genius of our ancestral humanity, we pour libation. Ashe. May your venerable spirit engulf this occasion to reaffirm our ancestral canity. It is done. The great ancestor of all ancestors is satisfied. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Dua Neter. So we say, Hotep, peace and power to you all this day, my brothers and sisters. As the ancestors continue to live within us, as they continue to guide us, as they continue to instruct us, as they continue to inform us on our true intentions, on our purpose for living, that we recognize and we understand that we are dealing with a lot of mental ambiguities, that we're dealing with a lot of arrested development that may be in all of us, that we continue to deal with this arrested development as it continues to bring forth that darkness that we have within us. That means that we're the shadow work that we do within ourselves. It is placed upon us that we do the work within ourselves if we are to live the life that we have been designed to live. Shadow work has to do with you doing the internal, the infinite, and all of those things that takes place within yourself. The intangibles that does not surmount to the external. You see, what happens within us internal, intangible, those are the things that are only designed for you to recognize and for you to know. And as we continue to deal with those internals and those intangibles, that the infinite spirit, energy, and soul that dwells within us, it continues to enhance, increase, and enrich our strength, our power, our energy, so that we can deal with the internals and the intangible things that we have to deal with within ourselves, so that we can strengthen our resolve, so we can strengthen our truth, so that we can strengthen our harmony, our balance, and our order, because it is where the order is where we find the foundation of life that exists within us. Our order is the foundation of our values, our interests, and our principles, what we stand for, the values on what we hold true to. And the interest is where in creativity, that is where all of those enhancements, those increase and enrichments, that's where they lie, in those interests. That is where that strength, that energy, that inner God or that inner generations of ancestors that dwells within us, that is where we find the strength. That is the heart of all things that exist within you. You see, the heart is the true brain of everything that we have. The heart is where everything that is required for us to have, everything that is needed, that we find it within the heart. The brain that's up here, it is only where the information is stored. But where you are and what you really are designed to do, it is within your heart, my brothers and sisters. That is where all the true knowledge and wisdom, the soul of your existence, exists within your heart. That is why it's so easy for people to try to control the heart, because if they can control the heart, they can also force you or guide you into doing things that you may need to do, or the things that you may not need to do, because they want to control your heart. And so our ancestors want us to make sure that we do that work within ourselves, within our intangibles and our internal essence of ourselves, so that we can be controlled through the spirit and not through man. Let the spirit be your guide. Let the spirit be your enlightenment. Let the spirit be your influence of everything that exists within you, so that you will not succumb to all of the distractions or even the attractions that may take you away from your true design. That is where your truth is. Your truth is in your heart, my brothers and sisters. That is the true essence of life. That is where your wealth, that is where your wealth of information, your wealth of even your tangible things that you want or that you need or that you're required to have, to build, to manifest, to generate, reflect, and project upon. Everything is within your heart. Everything that you are needing is within you, not without you. That means not outside of yourself, but within yourself. But we have to make sure that we are doing the work within ourselves so that we can have a greater standing on the internals and the intangibles, the positives and the negatives about ourselves, because we all have positives as well as negatives. You're not going to be able to get away from that, because as life may come to you and it may bring some of those obstacles and those hurdles, you can go towards your negative part of yourself if you don't know about your enhancements and your increase that can build you up. That is where your self-determination is, so that you can get past those things. Self-determination is within the interest. It is within the heart. It is within the energy. It is within the soul. And as you continue to bring forth that energy within yourself, then you can truly control that part of yourself, those intangibles and those internals. You can control that energy, that soul within yourself through your ancestors, as you continue to honor them, as you continue to acknowledge them, and as you continue to venerate them. That is what we are designed to do. That is what we're supposed to do, to build upon what has been given, so that we can have everlasting life through our children, our children's children, and our children's children's children, and future generations of ancestors that will come. That is where the essence of life is. That is where eternal life is. It is in the children that we have. It is in the children that we actually affect with our examples of what we are designed to do. Every child that is living right now, they listen to 10% of what we say and 90% of what we do. That means that we have to be the better examples by recognizing and reflecting upon our own internals and our intangible essence of ourselves. And as we continue to build upon those things within us, then the children recognizes our true design as well as the true design within themselves. That is what the ancestors are bringing to us. That is what they want us to do for ourselves, with ourselves, for the future of the ancestors that will come after us. So we ask you, my brothers and sisters, to continue to work on yourselves this day and all days forward. Let's build upon that energy, spirit, and souls of our ancestors that dwells within us. So we say peace and blessings, peace and power to you all this day. Let us have a wonderful day. Let us continue to be the true vessels, altars, and temples of our ancestors so that we can dwell within their spirit, dwell within their energy and their soul of the interdependentness, the interconnections, the interrelationships, and the interactions that they share with us, with life and nature. Peace and power to you all, and ashe to our ancestors.